Well, hello today. You are tuned in with Forever True TV. I'm your host, Angelique. Today we are on part 2 of Kra8zyKate420. Well, she's posted another video, you guys. She has not left the building. We were saying she came, she saw, she conquered, and she left. Well, guess what? She didn't leave. She's back with another video explaining what exactly happened. And she's still exposing people, trying to tell people what really went down prior to her having an interview with the so-called Charles Dorsey. Well, I think I want to say lessons learned. Well, keep Forever True TV in mind, but at the same time, keep the Jenkins and Martins family in prayer. We hope that justice for Kanika is prevailed. In the mighty name of Jesus. I'll talk to you on our next show.
Give it a couple minutes. Give it a couple more minutes. Just give it a minute. Sorry, I just want to give it a couple seconds. I only want to explain this once. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna get started. I don't know. I have no idea how many people are in here. So, first and foremost, I want to explain one thing. Because I see an awful lot of comments going around about Kate420 today. Before we do anything, here's my channel. My shit is not deleted. For all those who decided to make a video about Kate420 deleted YouTube videos. I didn't do anything. I think you need to start looking at some of your favorite channels and asking go through some of the comments from yesterday on their channel, and you might find out exactly what happened to Kate420 last night. Funny thing is, I'm buffering right now. See that? It never happens. But anyway, point is it's there. I want to talk about this interview with this guy. I think it's just really quick go to my Gmail because I've got a lot of questions. People ask me about metadata, why I would blow all that hard work that I've done by just taking an interview with this guy without checking metadata. So I'm sorry if I happen to show your email for a second. I'm not intending to. But I want to start with, I want you to see this, and then I want you to think of all of the details that came out in that interview yesterday and all the planning that had to have gone into stepping in and doing this. Why? Who? So just pay attention. Miss Kate, how are you? We have been asking you and Huggy for a live all week. We feel we deserve that much since y'all are slandering our names, but we want you to get a very clear copy of the person that you say is me in the videos, which I will prove to you I was not at the party. I'm sure you know I work at the fire department. Well, I work a 48-hour shift every other week. There's the first thing I want to talk about is I'm sure you know I'm a fire. This part right here, okay? First and foremost, I don't know that he works at the fire department. I didn't know. It was a matter of fact that I reported on my channel. I was told that was a photoshopped video. I was told that by my IT guy. I reported it. So, that was one of the very first things I asked about. Where are you a volunteer fireman? Tell me when you work, when are your mandatory shifts, all those things, okay? Then I also called the Rosemont Police Department and asked about the story I was told regarding him and Carl and Ty coming in with a lawyer and speaking. Was Ty one of the people still wanted? I was told that none of those three were are any of the five that they're still looking for. But yet the man sitting next to Ty in the video is still wanted for questioning under John Doe because they don't have any identification for him. Okay, so that's the first part. It says, we also want you to get a clear copy of the person who you keep saying is Carl. We will have that person and Carl to show our faces. Because the person you are calling Carl is a 21-year-old who's never been in trouble a day in his life. I've never been in trouble like that. I'm sure you've been in more trouble than me. The concept that you have of us is totally wrong. We all work. Nobody gave us nothing. The city, the gangs, or anybody else. This is someone who has to know something personally. Think about this. Do you know what they had to go through to get the information that I asked? And that I pre-interviewed him for over an hour and a half. Every question that you heard me ask him live was already asked pre-interview because I was so skeptical. But this is the way I look at it. Had this letter said it came from Monifa, had this letter said it came from Ty, had this letter said it came from Irene, I think I still would have went live because we have got no answers in almost 6, 7, almost 2 months. Nothing. We've had nothing but silence from everyone involved in this. So I took what I felt was my better judgment, and with the answers he had provided, and there were so many key things that, just every detail. He knew every detail, his age. He knew, I verified everything with him. Okay, verified. And then I was comparing it against all the information that I've had on the real little Charles. So this is one of two things. This is the fellow YouTuber who was in his comments yesterday talking about how he was going to humiliate me because I made comments on his video, or this really was their crew. It's not necessarily Carl, but their crew setting things up so that we did get the story that they want us to have. They knew that I would have more people on my channel for that interview than I would have had. They knew I would have every single person, you know what I mean? And that's why I believe that they reached out to me like this. I'm going to keep going, okay? It says, me working at Crown Plaza? No. Another thing, I have attempted to get the Crown Plaza employee list. It's not a public building, so you can't FOIA request information like that. It's a private business. They do not have to provide it. So I'm not sure, as a YouTuber, not a licensed investigator, I really couldn't I couldn't demand it. But excuse me, sorry. I've never worked at a prison or jail. They have a uniform catalog that we can order uniforms from, and I bought a sweater off there for when it's chilly or cold out. I believe that I have heard this kid dresses up and pretends to be things he's not and takes pictures of himself to create this profile online of a Carl that you heard last night. Or Charles that you heard last. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's a very good possibility that this was them. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't him in them comments running his fucking mouth too. I believe it was. But I believe that there's a possibility that this was all set up. I mean, obviously it was all set up, but I mean, not set up by some fucking stranger. I need to make an announcement, and I wasn't going to make an announcement at this point in time. I think it's necessary that I do, because I want all of my subscribers and everyone who has spent their time coming to my channel to know what was going on. These aren't the people I was talking about that were watching. I could care less if these people were watching. I received about 4 days ago an email, and I'm not going to go any further into the name because at this point in time they haven't reached back out to me since after watching this last night. So who knows? But a Chicago state attorney and family contacted me and had been watching, and Illinois state attorney had been watching, and was very interested in being moving. How about this? How do I say this? She didn't want anything put out there, I guess, is what she, whatever it is, didn't want anything put out there because they wanted to be able to basically investigate without eyes on them, which was fine. So that's why I kind of didn't say anything out loud. I figured this was our best chance. We actually have a state attorney, an Illinois state attorney, looking into reopening the Kenneka Jenkins case. So I crossed my fingers and just said, okay, I'm going to keep going with the night before I did the visual presentation, or excuse me, the day before I did the day of the visual presentation, was the last time I've spoke to this attorney. I do know they watched that night, and I imagine they watched last night. So it's a very good possibility that the only chance that we had right now to get anybody to even look into this case got blown because some YouTuber got pissed off and decided to play a fucking game on me, humiliate me because I've been calling out YouTubers left and right for fucking making money off this girl. Every 100,000 views, 10 grand. Okay? If they're monetized, they make up to 10 grand per 100,000 views. And in 7 weeks, my little nobody ass has had almost 1 million. So what do you think the rest of them got? The monetized channels, the channels that put out 20 videos a fucking day of nothing. Fucking foggy ass videos that you can't see anything in. They draw shit on your screen. Miss Martin is the sweetest lady always. Now this is another thing. This is somebody that has to know something from what? From the neighborhood, okay? Because, this is another thing. No one in our family has ever killed. Now, this is a fact. There's nothing factual is out there metadata-wise that shows anyone in Carl's family has ever killed anyone in Kenneka's family. And there's nothing out there that says anyone in Kenneka's family has ever killed Carl's family. Because I do believe Carl's son was killed by Butch or Stud or what you want to call it, and Kenneka's brother. I'm not sure exactly who they arrested for Kenneka's brother. But Miss Martin is the sweetest lady, looking out and doing stuff for the kids in the area. She's like everybody's mom. We have the utmost respect for her. He says, as you can see, you can't find no violent acts or criminal acts in any of us because we aren't doing, and that's right. And I can't find a violent or criminal act, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. It just means that your dad has the power to cover up a lot of shit and get you out of a lot of shit. So therefore, that was something that I wanted to ask. Like, I don't believe for a second that you don't have a violent or criminal act. I believe you just haven't been caught because of who you are. Here's another thing that he said, that there's no, this is somebody who had to know something. Then this Van Treat, or it says this Van, whatever her name is. Hang on, I'm right here, guys. Up at the top. Sorry. Up here, close book right at the top where my line is. It says, the girl on the pic with me is not the Van chick. Her name is Amy Davis. Okay, he came out with a government name as his coworker. and we was at a get-together at another coworker's house. So I went back and I compared the picture to Cassandra Van Schaik's photos. And again, just like I reported before, there was some big differences, and I didn't know if that picture with him and Cassandra had been taken, when she was younger, or he was young and he was younger, or what, because he has a lot of baby face pictures. So I assumed a lot of his stuff on that page was done when he was younger, and I still do. I believe he has multiple accounts that he uses, and that he is all over YouTube right now on everybody's channel, arguing in the chats as Mr. Karma or Chuck. Now, here's the thing. I'm big on metadata. You know that. So I said, you need to give me some personal stuff first. I went through a lot of personal stuff, and one of them was his email, and his email was Go King Chuck. Okay, Go King Chuck at Gmail. Okay, guys, I believe it's at the top. I'll show you when we get to the bottom. You're more than welcome to email all you want, because he answered me as many times as we talked. He answered me on this. So anyway. 20 times. There's 20 messages back and forth between the two of us. I'm going to show you those. I'm also going to show you where he says he's with Carl last night, arguing with Carl about you guys say on YouTube, only saying you care about seeing his face, yada yada. And it was like somebody was like really going out of their way to prove it to me, and you guys just couldn't see all that on your end because I was trying to provide you with answers because you've been waiting 7 weeks to ask those questions. You've been waiting since the day you joined this movement for justice to ask somebody out of those 36 people in those rooms, out of the employees in that hotel. You had an opportunity to ask someone the questions you wanted to know, and I had no choice but to provide that to you, and at the same time provide him the opportunity to clear his name if that was the case. He knew he was going to be judged harshly. He knew that he was on and on and on. He knew that he was going to be judged harshly, and that there was a very good chance that a lot of people would not even believe it was him. He knew that there was going to be supposedly he knew that there was going to be backlash. But anyway, we'll keep going. Just talks about Miss Martin, which is, like I said, he talks about the deal right here. It talks about a funeral, right around the time of her funeral, a bowling business in Rosemont making $1.2 million. Did y'all investigate the guy who told them to cut the internet? Right here. Did y'all investigate the guy who told, up top, right here. Did y'all investigate the guy who told them to cut the internet? Hang on, sorry. Get off my screen, bitch. There. Okay, so here we are. Anyway. Right there. So that means, again, he's telling me something that happened that night in the hotel that we have not heard of, which is the internet. Someone was told to cut the internet multiple times. I mean, obviously, this is more than the first time that they've done that, but that night where she was talking about, Irene was talking about the shitty service or whatever, that was because that was her little key, to tell, everybody thinking that she wasn't, streaming right then because she was having shitty service. So of course I wanted to hear him out about that, thinking that maybe we would get an answer. Okay. I've got 6 pages of notes that I took from his 1.5 hour interview, pre-interview, before I let him get on my platform and talk. We are hearing that she did not make it off we are hearing she did not make it off the 9th floor, and that they got her in the elevator. I don't know which is true. Then I heard that one of the workers, meaning manager, saw her. Jesus Christ. Sorry. And you guys, are you seriously calling my phone asking me if I'm an op right now? Are you really calling my phone asking me if I'm an op right now? Really? Stop believing everything you fucking hear on YouTube. Your favorite YouTubers were involved in what happened last night. Do you understand that? What do I have to do? Do you want me to go provide snapshots? You're grown. Go through their comments. Go scroll through yesterday's comments and see who was planning to attack me yesterday. See who was planning to humiliate me. Okay? And then you'll figure it out for yourself. Then it goes into a lot of things about Kanika. Okay? First it says something about the workers. Okay? That she's supposed to have been attracted to him. But the way it says something about attacking him. It says, but yes, she will fight back. But Kanika is or was, a laid back person. Okay, this is someone who's acting like they literally. I mean, he told me he knew her since she was 13. You know, really met her since he was like in the early teens, and that they had been at parties and multiple parties, and he had seen her drinking habits. I mean, I really vetted this guy. I also made my YouTube channel private immediately because I didn't want anybody to be able to use my video. But I noticed a couple people are sharing that video because they recorded it as if they were expecting me to shut the interview down once I found out it wasn't him. And they wanted to make sure they could still get it out on the internet. So you might want to go see who still has that video or who recorded me last night and has used it today on their monetized channel to get all of my viewers to come over there and watch the shit talking that they're doing about me. You're falling for it. Everything I spent all that time teaching y'all and showing y'all, and all it took was for a couple fucking YouTubers to get pissed off that they lost some subscribers to gang up on me. And if you can't figure out who it is, I'm not going to name names. There's more than one. There was multiple ones yesterday that I pissed off, and multiple ones that they're all monetized channels. So I'm fucking up their money. There was lots of comments about I'm fucking up their money. Talking shit about their monetized channel. Yeah, I will talk shit because you have made bank off this girl to the point where YouTube stopped paying for Kanika videos. Huh? You serious? Like, they stopped paying for Kanika videos because they were paying out so much money for videos. Okay? You go through all of this. Please just take screenshots, whatever. You'll see it's just full, okay? It's full of information about, as far as the gang helping the hotel, no, we just want justice. Also, baby girl was coming into womanhood and life got taken for no reason. You really don't know if a black guy or girl was in on it or not. I've heard it was, and I've heard that it wasn't. But if it was, they was at the party. I'm sure they think they've got away with it and tell someone about it. But we do know some of the Mexican guys helped. But the times that they are giving y'all are wrong. And this is where I'm saying, like, he went to the extent of saying Carl's lawyer subpoenaed a tape. And this is the tape. I mean, are you kidding? He made up a tape, guys. He made up a tape. And you're mad at me for not, like, what? Doing more what? I don't get it. I don't understand what I could have done more. He goes on to talk about two guys run out and get in a pickup truck. He talks about the time of day it is when the woman walks outside with the little boy. It's supposed to be 3 a.m, according to the hotel. But if you look as she goes outside, it's not even quite nighttime yet. He mentions the 4 rooms. There was no body doubles. They were dead in the video, or she was dead in the video, and they added her in because he didn't see any video with Kanika walking around in it at the police station that he watched. I mean, like, this is huge, guys. This man spent all day yesterday coming up with this because I don't even know what time did I receive this. at 4:54 p.m. I didn't answer this until 9 o'clock last night. So all day long, here's his email. Okay, right here. You guys are more than welcome. Go King Chuck, as in, Chuck Dorsey, Big Chuck, his dad, King Chuck. Yeah. So literally, he's. All right, let's keep going real quick. I'm sure you have been in more trouble than me. Okay, let's go down here where he starts to talk about his jobs. They've all been cleared in unedited videos of the lobby and seen clear. Now, like, how does he know that? Hang on. Sorry. So, when I've called the Rosemont Police Department, that is about as much information as you're going to get, is that everyone that they've interviewed that they feel is important has been cleared. They are seeking 5 persons of interest, and that is the only thing that they put public. And that one person of interest is a John Doe. They call him John Doe because they don't know his name, and that is the man sitting next to Ty, they say. Okay? So why do y'all think we laugh at the stuff y'all be saying? Because 2 of the guys y'all say was me, they looked at and said that you and the guy in the black. Now, the guy in the black I've never said was him. He's mixing multiple people together here, which is why in the phone I clarify with him, who is the guy in black. He tells me his name is Teddy. And then I go back to a Facebook post that someone sent me with a guy whose nickname is Teddy, and it has his real name on there, and I had set it up next to the picture of the guy in black, and I asked him to verify, was this the Teddy that he was referring to? And he answered yes, okay, and he answered it online in front of all of you. You have to start thinking about how deep this went. This man did not skip a beat. He was one of the best actors I have ever dealt with, because every question I asked, his answer was already ready. Like, it was really him. Well, you know what I'm saying? So this is somebody that has to know at least some personal information about this guy and this crew, because the information that he gave me is stuff that he knew I could check on and would verify. This isn't every once in a blue moon thing. Happens every day worldwide. It's just something about Kanika that stood out over everybody else's case and made the world mad, wanting justice. Then people need to do a petition to force them to reopen the case, and people need to boycott all the Crown Plaza hotels and all the chains they own. And they give her mom all the money in the world, but she still can't. She still have an empty spot in her heart because her baby's gone. I'm sure she feels that she failed Kanika as a mom by not being there to protect her. As you see, I can talk too, but I'm going to let you get back to your work. But just wanted you to get to know me, because I'm not that bad person at all. An asshole at times I can truly be, but I hope you never felt threatened by by us because of the stuff we were saying, because none of it was in a threatening way. All of it was just to irritate you. And again, this convo is between you and I only. But just sit back and watch how things play out. This cover-up is all about them major deals Rosemont's got coming up between now and the summer 18. So I said, I'm going live. I can give you the opportunity to clear your name. 8:30. I have the biggest platform, and I'm humble enough to say that I could have been wrong. So let's do this. And I said, I don't want to go live before there's anything you don't want to talk about. But, I wanted to give him an opportunity to tell me whatever and make sure that the profile that he was using was not blocked. That's it, okay? Trying to make sure there wasn't any more on that one. Yeah, there's only 2 there. So then, basically, after that, the other thing is the Google Hangouts messages. I don't know exactly how I get to them from here. Is this it? No. Because it was on there last night. I'm just looking for it. I was, when I was on Google, I was able to show you guys. So, but now I don't know. It doesn't matter because all it was a lie anyway. The point of all of this is I'm not going to get on YouTube and show you a video, and I'm not going to I'm not going to do anything. How do I say this? The damage is done. The damage is done. Someone took a credible platform and they saw how big we were getting and how fast we were building and how united we were. And they plotted to tear us down. And they did. I don't even get on Facebook. And I am, sorry, wrong one. And I am blocked now out of Facebook for 30 days because of that live last night, which I don't understand what I did. Like, I feel like there's a fucking target on my back right now, if you want to know the truth. And I'm not even sure who the person aiming is. You know what I mean? I just want to say I'm sorry if one more, please don't call me or text me and ask me if I'm an op. Are you fucking kidding me? I have given out more personal information on myself than any of these fools making money off this girl's death. I have given more personal information of myself. Yeah, see, I took screenshots of it. I sent it to someone and had them think about it, okay? Like, I had a second person review this letter, and that person said, okay, well, make sure you don't, you hit them with follow-up questions and hang on. I want you to look at this guy. Just get a good look at him, first of all, because we're going to talk about him. But, yeah, follow-up questions, things like that. Anyway, I did it all. I don't know what else I could have done differently, guys. And I'm sorry. But just know that there was other things going on. This right here, it was a screenshot. Look at the date. Okay, there is 2 screenshots at the bottom, PNGs. You can see it, right? Screenshot 1020. It says, yes, she slept with a knife, knew she was in danger, and said she wasn't coming out till my birthday, or till their birthday, October 6th, which is Charles's birthday. Maybe baby was due and came much earlier. I'm in law enforcement, but not that high up to where I can resolve this. But if I can help, trust me, I would. Do you guys think that I'm a fucking joke or something? Like, that's what I want to say to these people. Like, do you think I haven't been talking to people who have just as much power as Carl and his people, and not, if not more? I have been reaching out to people as well and sending, I've got someone who sends copies of my videos to Teresa's lawyer, to the Chicago Sun-Times. I have someone who sends copies of my videos to, not Chicago Tribune. I just totally had a brain fart. Sorry. He sent the copies of my videos to the Chicago Sun-Times, and then instead of showing the video with the man stealing the camera, they give him a heads up that we have the video, and then suddenly they get the break on the Kanika case is closed. I guess the one thing I need to show you guys is that I did get a lot of information yesterday on workers. Someone sent me a huge file on people who work there that have a father and son who have this history of sexual, they're both sex offenders. They both currently work at Crown Plaza and are registered sex offenders. And, there's Heather. Hi, Heather. Good morning, Heather. I'm trying to see something here. I don't think that's it. This one? Yeah, is this the project? It is. I wanted you to see that. Yeah, the Anthony Scott thing. That's what I was going to show you. His pictures on it. Does this guy look familiar to you? Like, look at his hair, cut it off, and tell me, does he look like he was one of the, like he could possibly be one of them or not? Just let me know. I'm not going to go into it any further. That's the only picture I'm really going to show because obviously my credibility now, even though I did nothing wrong, is zero. Anyway, I did everything I could possibly do. Right here, let me see. Right here. Like, he right here sent me this when I asked, like, how do you know, how are you related, and so on and so forth. Same profile picture, same name, everything. Sent me this. Okay? A copy of this. I did everything that I was supposed to do, guys. I did everything, and it still wasn't enough. Someone had still set it up so that all the information didn't matter. It wasn't about the information. It was more about, right here. Let's not forget this post right here on September 10th, 7:15 a.m. And let's not forget that this is the same man that posted a picture of a child in the freezer, which again I asked about. Okay? I did whatever, what you guys wanted me to ask. I did all of it, and I don't know what you want me to do from here. I'm sorry I'm not looking at the comments. I can't right now. If you guys knew the comments I've been receiving in the last 24 hours since this video, since this interview that seems to be quite set up by a couple YouTubers, not one answer did it take him, more than a second to answer or something like that. He had it all ready. It was like right there. He'd been practicing or something, for Christ's sakes. Like he's been pretending for weeks to be Charles. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, this guy literally can spew out information on Charles L. Dorsey as if it is really him. So what am I to do when he says, yes, I'm willing to show my face? If you want to wait until do the live tomorrow, I'll show. I wasn't going to wait. Why would I wait? So that another YouTuber can look at their letter and bring them on and exploit that whole interview and make fucking thousands of dollars off of it. And then in my situation where they find out that they weren't talking, or they possibly were not talking to the real Charles Dorsey, then they leave the video up anyway, irresponsibly, just to continue to make money. I don't get YouTube. I just don't. It's like a separate fucking universe. And what kills me is the same people who are so supportive and so loving and so uplifting in my email are the same people that are tearing me down in the comments of these other videos now. That breaks my fucking heart. My eyes are swollen from fucking crying, and it's just not even to do with this last night. It was like 7 weeks worth of a cry I just needed to get out because I just want answers. I want one of them to talk. And they knew that. Whoever called or whoever sent this email and whoever made this phone call to do this interview, they knew how bad I wanted justice. And everybody else just wanted money. So they hit up the one person they knew was working, was getting somewhere with this thing. And I'm sorry that I let it happen. So I'm going to let you go. I want you to know I just need some time today to figure out what I'm going to do future-wise, because I've put my own children at risk. I put my wife at risk. I've spent 7 weeks, day and night, on this. My house is a disaster. She comes, I feel terrible because she works. The house is my responsibility. I've let all of my own responsibilities go for weeks. My wife is still sick. She probably ought to be in the hospital. She's so sick. And yet here I am again on YouTube defending myself. So I just feel like you guys really need to look into some things. If you think that I just took an interview with some guy that claimed to be Charles irresponsibly like that, do you really think that Kate420, after all of the other things that you know about me, would have been so irresponsible that just like that fucking murder tape, that isn't a fucking murder tape, I'm not irresponsible like that. I wouldn't put something out there and call it something it's not if I didn't think for 100 goddamn 10% that it was. And if I did have a fucking murder tape, I wouldn't go drop it like it was a hot piece of fucking, the hottest clip of the day, trending clip of the day. I probably would have called the feds first. That would have been my first move. Not get on YouTube. Have a good day, guys. I'll talk to you in a little bit. I'll let you know what I'm decided to do by tonight. If I'm live, you know that I'm still here. I'll open my videos back up. I have no reason to hide them. I just didn't want anybody being able to share it. But that irresponsible video that was made, but apparently people recorded it and shared it already.